would have never thought the GOP would turn on its own constituents.
While this might seem surprising, there's actually not when we examine the history. We saw the same type of thing happen pre-World War II Europe, when the Nazis were talking about those that had been hurt or damaged permanently by the 1918 flu epidemic that ravaged all of Europe during World War I. They had all of these people that they had to take care of, and they had no resources to do it. So the easiest way for fascists to deal with that was to exterminate these people.
This is why disabled people are extremely cautious around eugenics, because fascism usually exterminates disabled people first. But also I want to address something else with this video. The other day I posted a video about how white vegans oftentimes are using their veganism to recruit people into white supremacy. And Chef John in the comment of that video asked me, is this the reason why white people will stand outside the doors of a mom and pop store of people of color selling their products rather than like a Tyson or a large conglomerate who produces meat products? And the one thing about whiteness I think that a lot of people know intuitively but do not express out loud is that whiteness is cannibalistic. Whiteness will eat its own before it ever gives up financial or political capital. And white people know this. And this is why they would rather go up against people of color than their own. Because once they do, they know that they are just as disposable as the rest of us are. It's why we're watching the GOP turn on its own constituents. It's why a lot of white people's activism around the environment centers demeaning people of color and indigenous practices rather than going up against these large conglomerates. It's why whenever they hear Black Lives Matter, the rebuttal is, well, cops kill more white people, without any intention to change that. It's why a lot of white parents refuse to give their children money for college despite having the means to do so. It's because they're testing whether you have the right to survive in a white society. They're testing to see if you deserve your whiteness, and they're discarding of the rest.